Bro, what a crazy episode this week's was for One Piece. Oh my god, listen, they gotta pay double my man's salary. They got everything this man asked for. Toby, please give it to him. I love his animation style. I'm pretty sure if y'all seen One Piece and y'all kept up with him, y'all can recognize his style of animation. It is fantastic. I know recently he worked on ReZero. I'm really hoping in the future he works on other projects, on bigger animes that I would love to see him on a Kaiju number 8 or some shit like that. But either way though, like I said, I love seeing his work. I love seeing his animation. It stole the episode for me, and personally I feel like a lot of people were looking forward to the Kizaru fight and Luffy, and it delivered. And it's not even done yet. It's just getting started. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about this week's episode, just kind of give my thoughts on it and stuff like that. And one more thing I want to add to, because I know probably some people are wondering, like when it comes to me personally, when it comes to because my channel, like I said, I pretty much just talk about whatever, whether it be like a manga series or episode or a review in terms of like a series or whatever. I pretty much just, whatever comes to my mind, whatever I'm watching, I'll make a video about it. So I don't really have like a set ordeal, like, oh, I'm gonna make a review about this every single episode when it comes to One Piece, because One Piece is such a long running series. So I really only talk about like the hype moments, or like a moment that a lot of people are looking forward to, and it's pretty much hype. So I'll definitely talk about it, just because One Piece is such a long running series. A lot of times we'll have certain episodes where there's not much action going on, more info dump or more adventure and stuff like that. So those episodes I kind of would just watch on my own and not really get my thoughts on. If y'all want to see like a little extra stuff, I post it on my TikTok, but for the most part, like the hype stuff or just longer yap sessions, I post it on here. But anyways, with that being said, just wanted to get that out the way, just in case some people were wondering if I don't cover every single episode of One Piece. That's usually why, just because it's such a long running series and some episodes are slower than others. But for the high moments, best believe I'm gonna be there, and I've made different ones on my channel. But either way though, this week's episode was phenomenal. Like I said, so much happened going on, I'm not gonna lie. Like Bonnie's, Zoro, and then Luffy, like so much went on in this episode. But Bonnie's stuff, her Devil Fruit low-key's OP, I'm not gonna lie. Her little fight scene with like the Navy soldiers and stuff like that, like I said, it's really nice seeing her animation, her fighting style, because her Devil Fruit is low-key OP, how she can just transform and stuff like that, very OP. The animation for her looked really nice, real fluid. Another fight that low-key surprised me, and I'm really surprised they extended it, but I'm not surprised because Toei usually likes to do that with Zoro, is Zoro versus Lucci, because in the manga, I kid y'all not, they was not doing all that. Trust, they was not doing all that. So the fact that they extended the fight scene and the animation was really fluid as well, that just shows how much they really fuck with Zoro. And Lucci looked really well, like I said, he looks really nice in the animation and stuff like that. But yeah, seeing that fight get extended just a little bit gives me high hopes to see Sanji in the future. Maybe he gets a little bit of love, Egghead Island, because he hasn't really gotten much so far. But hopefully they can extend his future fights in the Egghead, as the episodes go on and stuff like that. But yeah, that fight kind of surprised me, and it's not ending here. So I'm really curious to see what Toei's gonna couple up with that in the future episodes. But the main takeaway in this episode was obviously Luffy in Gear 5 versus Kizaru. And bro, as soon as you see the opening scene with the Navy ships and stuff like that, I'm like, oh yeah, we're in for a treat, bro, because the animation looks so fluid. You see Kizaru, like, I love the way Vincent draws Kizaru and like animates him, like, because he's so fast. And I really like Kizaru's fruit, because it's so OP. So the fact that like the animators can kind of have like liberty and like just mess around with his double fruit really shows how creative some of these animators are. And Vincent, listen dog, I don't know what you're smoking on, but hey man, keep doing what you're doing, because bro, some of these scenes are just so creative. I'm like, damn, I sometimes wonder how long this takes to animate, how much they're paying you. Like, it's just insane how some of these animators have like so much creativity and stuff like that. Because in the manga, don't get me wrong, they like Kizaru and Luffy were going at it, like, but like the anime just really elevates the source material a lot. And I feel like some of the animators have like freedom of liberty. So yeah, like I said, the fight, and the anime wise, it looks so well done. Luffy looked really, really nice, especially like all these different colors and everything. And this is not one of those crazy sequences like where you don't know what's going on, because usually with Vincent, he kind of likes to go all out. Some scenes, they're just kind of hard to follow, but I thought it was easy to follow. Like I said, I do like his animation style, because it's kind of like all over the place. But yeah, fantastic episode, fantastic animation. I just love it so much. And one thing I am hoping for is that they can improve the sound, not sound design, but like some of the music. I would like for them to kind of just change up the OST here and there, what I'm saying, for certain fight scenes. But overall though, I thought the episode was fantastic. And then we pretty much left off in the cliffhanger where we see the Gorosei, and next week's episode actually looks really promising as well. show. So I'm really excited to see, what's gonna happen next, because we see the Gorosei pulling up, and you see Kizaru and Luffy still fighting, and the animation still looks really good. So I might do an episode for next week. I don't know, but just stay tuned. But either way, though, definitely want to give my thoughts on this episode because it looked phenomenal. So many fights happened in this week's episode, and for once, I actually felt this episode was like longer than expected, because usually when I watch One Piece, some episodes are like longer than others, some are shorter than others, but this low-key felt long, and there was just so much shit that damn. But yeah, shout out to this episode. If I had to give this episode a rating, though, I'm not gonna lie, 9.5 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10, fuck it, 10 out of 10, because I just love the animation so much shit going on. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. If y'all want to see more reactions like this where I talk about a certain episode or whatever, just like the video, lets me know pretty much how you feel about it. But y'all can let me know what y'all feel about this week's episode and stuff like that. Let me know who's y'all's favorite animators in One Piece, and yeah.